It's Late Night with David Letterman. Tonight, Zsa Zsa Gabor, actress Olivia Brown, and 9-year-old opera singers from PS 107 in Brooklyn. Plus, Paul Schaefer and the band. And now, the father of modern nursing, David Letterman.
So much, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the program. My name is Dave. Please, I'm serious about this. Please call me Dave. Because... Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. And welcome to the all-new Late Night 87. We do that now in lieu of actual program content. Today is Wednesday here in New York City, and I'll tell you what. When is Valentine's Day, Paul?
It's Saturday.
Saturday. Okay, now listen to this. You think I'm not working here with a bunch of hiccups. Listen to this. I get on the elevator today. We're up on the 14th floor, and we come down here to the 6th floor every afternoon to do this fine program for you Americans.
That's right.
And so the elevator is crowded, and among the people on the elevator is the new man from General Electric, the top guy, Robert C. Wright. So I said, hi, nice to see you. And he said, oh, nice to see you. And there's like 8 or 9 people on the elevator. And so we go from 14, and we work our way down to 6. And on the 7th floor, by the way, is the commissary. So you can bet, and you can always bet the fat people get off on 7. So the two of us are left on the elevator, and between now 7 and 6, I'm coming down here to get off to do the show. Robert Wright looks at me as the doors close, and he says, would you be my Valentine? Please, and I'm serious about this, please call me Dave. Yeah, okay, tonight on ESPN, the Major Indoor Soccer League All-Star Game. Whew. I guess I don't need to make plans tonight, do I? What?
What is that? What do you mean?
Well, it just seems like if there were an event you probably could afford to miss,
Yeah?
it might be this one.
Well, unless you are, like a member of the British Commonwealth, who highly regards soccer.
Right. But I don't think this coverage goes to the UK, and I don't think they have a team in the Major Indoor Soccer League.
Oh, well, forget it then.
Eastern Airlines today, this is pretty exciting. I love everything having to do with the airplanes and commercial aviation, and no, I do. And I know it's not much of a hobby, but then again, I'm not much of a guy. So, anyway,
Dave.
Eastern Air... Huh?
Dave, don't put yourself down.
Okay, thank you.
You're a wonderful guy.
Thank you very much, Paul. Thank
Isn't
you.
he, folks? And what does he like to be called, folks? Yeah.
We do this in lieu of actual program content. So anyway, Eastern Airlines has decided they were fined by the FAA for safety regulation violations. $9.5 million, according to the FAA. They found, listen to this, they found 78,000 maintenance and safety violations. I think I was on that plane once. Ladies and gentlemen, please say hello to our good friend, Mr. Paul Schaefer. Paul, do something.
Thank you very much.
How you doing?
Thank you. Hello. I'm doing marvelously today.
It's been very cold here in the Northeast, and last night as I'm walking to my parking garage here across 48th Street, the wind coming off the Hudson River there was unbelievable. The temperature itself was about 18 degrees, but with the wind chill factor last night, it was 720 degrees below zero. 720 below zero with the...
That's a very real estimate and recording of perceived coldness quotient in the wintertime, the wind chill factor.
It was 720. They said it on the 11 o'clock news.
Yeah.
It was the first time in modern history, since they've been keeping these records, that the wind chill factor went over the 700-degree mark. Below zero.
Under, actually.
I'm lucky to be alive.
Yeah, nice to have you here.
Let's get right to the top 10 category, won't we? Shall we? Please do.
Shan't we?
Shan't we? From the home office in Scottsdale, Arizona, little nuggets of information to break the ice with your family and friends when you get up to see them at breakfast tomorrow. Here we go. Tonight's category, top 10 safety violations found on Eastern Airlines. See, we just mentioned that earlier. $9.5 million they were fined for safety violations. Here we go, number 10. Exact change required for oxygen masks. See, right there. Number 9, dropping altitude over major cities to read time and temperature on bank signs. Well, you can't be doing that. Number 8, prankish use of funny accents with air traffic controllers. No. Hello, hello. Number 7, special group discounts to Middle Eastern political clubs. Yeah, I see where that one. Number 6, landing gear tires patched with in-flight dessert squares. No, you don't want to do that. Number 5, they were performing barrel rolls over Phoebe Cates' house. Number 4, trained bear flight attendants easily panicked by mixed drink orders. Well, number 3, precariously balanced stone heads could topple at any moment. Oh, I'm sorry, that's a safety violation on Easter Island. See, that's not, that has nothing to do with Eastern Airlines. It's on Easter Island. Well, let's move along, shall we? Number 2, captain's teasing of effeminate male flight attendant distracting the cockpit crew. And the number 1 safety violation found on Eastern Airlines, use of flight recorder to play Bon Jovi tapes. We got a great show for you folks, and before we get to the rest of it, we want to figure out something we left unfinished last night. We were going to call an island in the southern hemisphere to find out in which direction water rotated down the drain. We think here in the northern hemisphere it goes down clockwise, and we wanted to call someplace below the equator to find out if it goes counterclockwise. And for one reason or another, certainly no fault of my own, we had to abandon the project. Here, let me show you what happened last night, and we'll try and finish it up for you tonight. There's the videotape. And first we see the drain. Pull the plug on the drain. Yeah. And we have a little milk here so you can see which direction it goes in. All right, there it's cycling. And Paul, it's going clockwise. That's right, clockwise. This is the drain cycling clockwise. So we put that up there, right over there in New York. We need to find out exactly how it goes down the drain in the southern hemisphere. So we decided that what we do is call Fiji. Bill, are you near a sink? Is there a sink there? Do you have a sink? Oh, we're back? Thank you so much. So what we're going to do tonight, we're going to find out. We tried to call a plumber down there in the Fiji Islands, and we, for some reason, couldn't get it done. We got the name of a guy who works at John's Plumbing Works, and we're going to call him and see if he'll conduct that experiment for us down there. First, I have to dial several numbers. One, and then 9. Okay, 3, 8, 2, 8, 4. Okay, we're calling the Fiji Islands. I believe the town is named Suva. That's the capital of the islands. John's Plumbing Works. And at one time, the Fijians were cannibals. Did you know that? Their major sport is rugby. Heavy rains and tropical storms occur frequently between November and April. That's right now. They get hit by an average of one cyclone a year. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Hello, my name is Dave Letterman. I'm calling from New York City. Who am I speaking to, please?
I'm speaking to the assistant manager of John's Plumbing Works, please.
Uh-huh. Do you mind if I just call you Herb? Would that be a problem?
Beg your pardon?
You work for a plumber down there, is that correct, sir?
Actually, the plumbers are out there, and my secretary is also out.
Uh-huh.
Only myself is in the office.
Uh-huh. So, do you think you could help us?
So you want to speak to whom?
Well, I think you can do it for us. All we need is somebody to go to the sink, to the basin, to the drain there in the plumbing store, and run some water down the drain, and then tell me which way it seems to revolve down the drain.
I see.
Uh-huh.
Okay, I'll do that.
Could you do that for us, sir?
Sure, I'll do that.
Okay, fine.
Right.
Awesome. All right, go right ahead, and then you report back to us. There's some lovely shots from around the one of the islands in the Fijis. Fiji is made up of more than 800 scattered islands, by the way. The estimated population is 725,000. The official language for the islands is English. Fiji has had the same prime minister for about 20 years, Ratu Mara. Same family that owns the Giants, I believe. And if you can take a look, I pointed this out last night, but if you can take a look here on this map of the world, you see the Yamal Peninsula right up there? I have property right up there. Very nice. Kind of a getaway, a retreat, you know, a weekender of a place. Hello? We're talking to someone at John's Plumbing Works in Suva in the Fiji Islands. They also walk on coals down there, I believe. And a common social ceremonial custom in Fiji is the drinking of yangona. Is that authentic Fijian music? Hello? Jaja Gabor is with us tonight. And Olivia Brown. We have some 9-year-old opera singers from PS 107 in Brooklyn.
Fiji music.
That is Fiji?
Fiji music is actually...
Yes, hello?
Clockwise.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Yes.
Clockwise is going. The water.
It went clockwise.
Yeah.
Well, so then there's no difference because here in New York, above the equator, it also went clockwise.
Yeah.
Well, you're stunned by this, aren't you?
What's that?
Okay. Sir, what again was your name, just for our records? May I have your name again?
Ambika Prasad.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for helping us. Nice talking with you. It's clockwise. So then, here it goes. Clockwise here, and then also clockwise. So that's a myth. We were all led to believe as school children that there was a difference, but apparently, and you heard it from the mouth of a Fijian plumber, there is no difference. Okay, we'll,
That's right.
Huh? That's right. It's all the same.
Next, do that thing. Get to the bottom of that thing where there's a head banging against the car, you know, and a couple spends all night there. And
Jaja Gabor is here, Olivia Brown, and the opera singers from PS 107 in Brooklyn. We'll be right back. Welcome back. We're here with Jaja Gabor, and you recently celebrated a birthday. Happy birthday.
Thank you. You know, me and President Reagan has the same birthday, February 6th, and I'm the only Hungarian refugee who got telegrams from 2 American presidents, Mr. Nixon, to come back to him again, and Mr. Reagan.
Well,
Isn't that wonderful?
That's very nice, yes.
Can we talk about horses now?
We're going to talk about horses? Well, can you tell us how old you are? I guess that's impolite to ask, isn't it?
How can a man with his knowledge, his looks, ask a lady that silly question? It would only lie anyhow.
You would lie?
Well, of course I will lie, and I will not tell you my age. Let's talk about my horse.
But, you know, I felt like I could ask you that because you're a knockout. You know, you just look great.
Well, anyway, I will never tell my age because Oscar Wilde said a woman who will tell her age will tell anything.
And Lord knows you're not that kind. All right, what kind of horses do you want to talk about?
Well, I have Tennessee Volcas, and I won 4 championships with Silver Fox.
Do you ride these things?
Well, who the hell is riding them if not me? Why should I talk about
I
it?
don't know. I don't know.
Of course I'm riding.
I don't know.
I won 4 championships with Silver. I rode
You get like kind of a Dale Evans outfit? You get out there on it? And...
No, I am in a very simple sort of T-shirt, just a little bit, but anyhow, T-shirt and pants and boots. And I rode in the Olympics 5 days in a row.
Is that right?
Invited
in the Los Angeles Olympics?
Yes, sir. Not in the Chinese one.
So this is more than just a... You're very serious about this. You're an accomplished...
Very serious.
Yeah.
I am very serious about my horseback riding. I opened the International Horse Show in Washington. They flew in my horse. They paid $5,000 for Silver Fox to fly on an aeroplane.
Is that hard on a horse to actually load them onto the airplane and then fly?
It's much better than having them loaded in a van. I lost one of my horses 2 years ago in Houston with loading. They get, God forbid, pneumonia.
Oh, is that right?
Silver Fox is, I love him more than anything except my husband and my child. And my mother, God forbid, and my sister.
This list is getting longer and longer here.
I love that horse with the Snow White, is a world undefeated grand champion, Tennessee Volca.
These things are expensive, aren't they?
Do you have a minute to tell the story how I got him?
Sure. Do we have a minute? Let me see. Yeah, we have a minute. Go ahead.
Anyhow, I had a massage in the morning, and this lady said, I know you love horses. There's a man with a heart attack, and he needs immediately $5,000. And for that, he's going to give you a Tennessee walking horse. I said, $5,000? Why do I need the horse? I have other horse. Anyhow, she talked me into it, and the man had a heart attack, and I have a good heart, and I gave her the $5,000. Next day, my stable boy calls up from the stable, says, Miss Gabor, do you know what you bought? I said, I don't know what I bought. He says, you bought Silver Fox, the world undefeated grand champion, is worth $500,000.
Wow.
I paid for him $5,000. He says, he'll pay. Not only that, he became my love, my best friend, and we win all the shows. And anyhow, sometimes in life it's good to make something good, a good deed.
So your motto is take advantage of a guy when he's down. On his deathbed. You have a stable boy? Stable boy. Do we have time to meet the prince or not? Oh, do you have? Where is it?
In the green room.
Can you bring him out here?
Not me. Let somebody else bring him out.
Have your stable boy bring him out.
He'll kill us.
So let me go. Do I go see him? Huh? You have to go get him?
He's a difficult man, of course.
What's his name? What do I call him?
Frederick.
Frederick. All right. He'll be in here?
Yeah.
All right. Excuse me, is there a Frederick? Do we have a Prince Frederick in the room? Oh, there he is, right there. Just wave to us, sir. Hi, nice to see you. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you, sir. That's the prince. Yeah, if he's a prince, I'm Ed Koch. Okay. Now, it's a joke. I don't want you to hear. Okay. No, he's very shy.
He's German. He's very shy. And he's petrified of Americans since he read the papers you guys wrote about him.
Oh, well, let's don't get into that. All right. Listen, congratulations on number 8. I think this one's going to work.
Say that number.
Nice to see you. We'll be right back, folks. Coming up in this half hour from Miami Vice, Olivia Brown is with us tonight, and we'll have 9-year-old opera singers from PS 107 in Brooklyn here in New York. Tomorrow on the show, actress Jane Seymour will be here, and we'll have the exotic fruit.
From the set of Late Night with David Letterman, it's time for Nightlight with Chris Elliott. Join Chris and his special guest, TV's Wonder Woman, Linda Carter. And now, here I come. Thank you. Hello, folks. Oh, my. Well, thank you very much. Hi, and welcome to my very first talk show here, the premiere of Nightlight with Chris Elliott. Thank you very much for being here. You know, I could, I guess, start the show with a couple of old, tired jokes about indoor soccer or Eastern Airlines, but I don't want to insult the intelligence of my audience the way so many talk show hosts do today. So I think what I'm going to get to right away on my first show is my first guest. She is charming, she is beautiful, and she is a real Wonder Woman to boot, too. And she's a good friend of mine as well. Will you please welcome Linda Carter. Linda! Why don't you have a seat? Oh, my gosh.
Thank you.
Well,
Pleasure to be with you.
Geez, you smell terrific. What is that you got on there? That's great.
Well, it's actually cocoa.
Congratulations on this made-for-TV movie with you and Angie Dickinson. I hear it's great. That's Still Life. And when is that going to be on?
Well, actually, it's still watch, and it was on last night.
So sometime in the near future. Did you bring a clip with you by any chance that you have with you? Or?
Well, I really don't see any point in that because it was on last night.
Probably wouldn't be any point. This is a short show. I want to thank you for being my first guest. And I appreciate it. You're terrific, and we're best friends as always. Linda Carter, ladies and gentlemen. Jay! Oh, my God.
Nice to see you. How are you? Thanks for being here. Nice. Oh, wow.
I should be on your show.
Okay. Hi, Chris.
Hi.
Chris Elliott, ladies and gentlemen.
How are you? Why don't you have a seat?
I just wanted to stop in and congratulate you, Chris. This show looks like it's going to be a huge hit.
Well, thank you very much. And,
if your studio audience is any judge.
Well, thank you. Well, for those of you in the audience that... For those of you that don't know, Dave has his own talk show.
That's right.
On, in fact, this very network around around this time at night. I guess
right.
I haven't seen it. I hear it's terrific.
Thank you.
And I hear that you've just celebrated, what, your second year at late night?
Yeah,
that's terrific.
Right.
Congratulations.
That's right. And now, Chris, why don't you explain to the folks the concept of the show and what you're doing here?
Well, actually, Actually, the concept is Brandon Tartikoff's. It's a new scheduling idea. See, it's called piggybacking.
Piggybacking,
right.
piggybacking.
There wasn't time for my show in the regular lineup of broadcasting on the network. So what he decided to come up with was this new idea, piggybacking. He puts my show on during your show.
Right.
He's trying it out with a couple of new shows, too. He's got Alf and the News, I think, together. There you go.
Tom Brokaw and Alf, not a bad idea.
I think his thinking behind that was to boost the nightly news' ratings by putting the two together.
So why is he, exactly is he putting your show on during my show?
I really don't know, Dave.
Now, Chris, I think it's great that you have your own show here, but I got to tell you, I didn't really expect that we'd actually be competing, you know. We're on the same time, so forth.
I'm sorry, there's the time. It's a short show, Dave. Will you come back another time when we have more time to chat?
I just sit right over there.
That's terrific. I want to thank my special guest, Linda Carter. Still Life is on tomorrow night. And David Letterman, of course. Next week, my guest will be Ishtar star Dustin Hoffman.
Oh, that'll be a good show.
Everybody.
Thank you so much for your help. We really appreciate having you.